Welcome to the fifth chapter of the course on integrations between Casambi networks and the Adquio ecosystem. This time, we will see how to convert the file created in the previous chapter from CSV format to a JSON file compatible with Adquio. Additionally, during this conversion, we will be able to filter the variables we want to convert from our Casambi network to our Adquio controller, keeping only those that are objectively necessary for each project. So, let's start by opening a browser and going to our website. In the Support Services section, we have a new Downloads section, and this time we are going to download the file or executable that allows us to convert CSV to JSON. As we can see here, we simply click, and in this article, we have a link to download it. Once downloaded, we go to the folder where it is saved and execute it. It is a zip file, so we will unzip it. Perfect, and we will create a shortcut on the desktop. Perfect, we close everything and we double-click it. As we can see, a Windows security notification pops up, and we will tell it that we want to run it anyway. We can do this because we know this software is from a safe source, as it comes directly from the Adquio website. Very well, we have now started the utility that allows us to convert the CSV file. The first thing we need to do is open that CSV file we created yesterday. If you remember, it was Lithernet01, and we will need to specify the IP of our Lithernet. As you recall, it was 172.20.20.2. Now we have the opportunity to select what we want to import from Lithernet again. As you know, in Lithernet, we had already indicated the number of devices we had: devices, scenes, and groups. Additionally, here we can specify in a second filter if we want those elements. Besides that, we can refine those variables by indicating only the ones we are interested in. For example, from the groups, I will be interested only in the level. We see that it is marked by default, as it allows us to address the group. We could also mark, for example, the online and condition fields in the devices, which would allow us to monitor if any of the network drivers or luminaires have errors, for example. So we will tell it that we do not want the broadcast, which, as you recall, we explained in the previous chapter, is a technology that allows us to send commands to the entire network uniformly, so that the whole network responds immediately. But it does not allow us to go device by device or work later with scenes or groups. Therefore, we had disabled it in Lithernet, and we do the same here. As you recall, in Lithernet, we had also included scenes, groups, and devices. So, from the scenes, we will keep only the level. Also, as you see, all of them have RGB, color, temperature, etc. So, depending on the project we are in and our interests, we must mark each of the variables we are going to import from each of these groups. We must also name our Lithernet. It already suggests Lithernet in uppercase. In this case, we will leave it like that, and as mentioned before, we can change the name to 2, 3, 4, depending on the Lithernet units we have in our installation. We now have all the parameters selected, those that interest us. We will click Run. The output file is saved here in this path. Documents. We are done. We just need to close this utility. Go to our File Manager, go to the Documents folder, and here it is. We will open it with Visual Studio Code to take a look, and we see that we already have a file in JSON format. This file will now be compatible with Adquio. We will not touch it now. In the next chapter, we will see how to import this file directly into Adquio and how we will have that Lithernet fully configured within our controller and available to work and interact with the Casambi network. See you in Chapter 6.